Hey, welcome in. FG here. So I'm just going to do an extra video here that's doing something a little bit different. And what I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be showing off or taking a look through, I guess would be a better way to put it, some of my vintage rounds. Not everything that's in this case is vintage, but a good portion is. But we're going to start off here with a buffalo round. Now this one could go in that case, I just didn't have room for it. But this is from 2002. So we have a buffalo, and that will actually go with a subcategory of rounds that I collect in here. The other, I have 4 more here that came from a different case, and these are vintage Christmas rounds, or what I believe to be vintage. So 2004, on the border of being vintage. This is the one that I thought was copper that I cleaned. Ended up being a 1992 Christmas round. And then I have, this one could use a dipping. And I'm not entirely sure what year that one's from, or what year this one's from. I like that they're painting the name Dasher back here on a motorcycle. I thought that was pretty funny. So that's my Christmas rounds that I think are vintage. I do have a bunch of other Christmas rounds, but they're all within the last 5 years. But let's take a look at what's in here. A lot of these that are in here are going to be ones that either have been already or are about to be shown on our date run. So this is going to come up in our next date run. Silver bullion exchange from 1972. And this one, there's kind of a subcategory of world trade units. Here's one from this one's 1974. This one's 1972. One of the Universario rounds. It's also one of the World Trade rounds. And then we'll get back into the ones that I've shown on my date run videos. So we have one of my favorite, the Spirit of 76. Oh, that one's not vintage. That one was in there because it's dated. But maybe I'll take that one out and put this one in, since that one's the vintage one. The 2004 from Historic Silver Valley, 10 sterlings from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. This one was really kind of a cool find. I really enjoyed finding that one. We have the Giant Super Bowl from 1990. We have the celebration of the Declaration of Independence, or the Constitution, 1787. We have the Sheila Beg the Bhagwan from 1985. Which I believe was a Sunshine Mint. (1982), another World Trade unit. 1981. This is one of the ones that's kind of a similar to a World Trade unit. It's a Silver Trade unit. I kind of count that in the same class. And then we're back in here into ones that aren't dated. You can see the mint mark right down here at the bottom. I think it's a, was it CMJ? Not quite a World Trade Unit, but similar. National Commercial. This one was a pretty cool one, since I'm from the foothills of around Mount Hood in Portland here. And again, kind of a silver trade unit. And then this one, I'm not sure what the vintage on this one is. It might be vintage or not. I'm just not sure on that one. This one I am also not sure. It could be vintage, or it could be one that was just minted, you know, a year ago. Well, it'd be like 3 years ago now, since I picked it up about 1.5 years ago. But this one's minted here in Portland, Oregon. So I had to pick one of those up. And this set I have in here, but they're not vintage. So these are the Legendary Warriors series. Got one open. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have 9 of the current 10. The Joan of Arc, Geronimo, Spartacus, Eric Bloodaxe, Alexander, Julius Caesar, Achilles, Genghis Khan, and Hannibal, and I forget the last one that they just released, but I haven't picked it up yet. I have an open capsule here waiting for it. And then I've got some other contemporary rounds that kind of go same style. The Valhalla Vikings round. I don't think it's vintage. As well as the Dead Men Tell No Tales round. Also not vintage. So those are just some that are in here. And of course I have my 2 flat earths. These can't go in any box other than my deep stack box here from Space Miner, and one that I got from Vegas Stacker, a Folds of Honor from First Mint. So those aren't vintage, but they are also ones that I wouldn't sell. A couple more that fit that category are going to be my 2 cowboy rounds from Scottsdale Mint. So again, not vintage. But now we get back into ones that may or may not be quite vintage. This one's probably not vintage. The Dodge coin. The Silver Eagle from Sunshine Minting. Also, I'm not sure if that's vintage or contemporary. But here's going to be some that I think are vintage. So Mint CCM down there. That Freedom Ring. This is going to be one of the silver trade units. A world trade silver. Another silver trade unit. I'm not sure which mint this one's from. And then we have one of our A-Mark Liberty Bells. This one's the undated, so it could be anything from current back. I have the stacker round version of that. This one I think is current. And then we have a 1985 version of it. So a couple different versions of the A-Mark bar. And one last silver trade unit. So I have quite a stack of these silver trade units. Kind of something I've kept my eye out for. We have a Year of the Rabbit. I'm not sure what year that came out. And these two are not. This is one of Spectacular's rounds. Not vintage, and this one's not going to be vintage. It's one of the Pandemonium. And then we have our Jeff Gordon round. This one is vintage from back in 1994 is when it was minted. Let's look up there. And then the last row over here are kind of go with the buffalo that I had here. It's kind of all of my what I consider vintage or not vintage coin replicas. So we have our buffalo there, we have our Liberty, both the toned and the untoned versions. And here's another one that's undated, and I'm not sure which mint does this one. And then we have our Morgan tributes. So there's buffalo, there's peace dollars, and we're working through our Morgans. Our Walking Liberty. This one's Highland Mint. Money Metals Exchange. So we have three piece, 3 Morgans, 3 American Silver Eagles, and then we have our St. Gaudens replica, Highland Mint. and Silvertown. We have the Liberty in the Indian headdress from Highland Mint. The Incuse Indian. The Mercury Dime replica, or Winged Liberty. And finally, the 1909 S VDB from Golden State Mint. So there you go. That's a quick look at the box. This box has all of my vintage stuff in it, though some of the non-vintage stuff is mixed in. But there you go. You can kind of see things that interest me that I pull out. I have my coin replicas, my world trade units, and then of course my legendary warriors series and those type of coins. That's it. Probably gone on too long here. Oh wow, we're already at almost 17 minutes, so I'll wrap this up. I did go through this to kind of show a community member some of the stuff I have, but I hope you all enjoyed taking a look through it. That's it for now. I'll catch you in the next one.